Let's get together on Friday morning, oh so fine. Let's get together on Friday morning, won't you be a friend of mine? Hey, I'm not sure what day you're watching this, but we are recording this on Friday morning here at the Wareham Community Television Station. And this show normally meets on Friday morning at the New Bedford Whaling National Historic Park. And I've been doing that since 2013, and we have a different theme each week. And there's a live Zoom link that you can watch it with. And if you want to check my email at the end of the credits here, I'd be glad to send you that link and tell you what the theme is going to be for this particular week. And we've got John behind the camera making it possible for you to watch this at any time for this particular show, but I'd love to see you live on a Friday morning with the Zoom show. So I want to show you about getting together. Try that with me. Together on Friday. Here's the letter F. You circle it like this, Friday, and here's the sun coming up, Friday morning. And to make a friend, you take your two index fingers like this, you hook them together like that. Friend of mine. Try singing this with me. Let's get together on Friday morning, oh so fine. Let's get together on Friday morning, won't you be a friend of mine? Isn't that a sweet song by Nancy Hershatter? Try it again. Let's get together on Friday morning, oh so fine. Let's get together on Friday morning, won't you be my Valentine? Because that's what the theme is for today. All right, well, when I came in here, it was cold out, and I had a hat on my head. And when I took it off, you know what was underneath it? My head, of course. And that's the first line of this really fun song by Cindy Callett. Pretend you got your hat here and do it with me. I've got a hat. Where my head once was, I've got a hat. Where my head once was, I've got a hat. Where my head once was, all on a Friday morning. I got a shirt. Where my belly once was, I got a shirt. Where my belly once was, I've got a shirt. Where my belly once was, all on a Friday morning. I've got pants. Where my legs once was, I got pants. Where my legs once was, I got pants. Where my legs once was, all on a Friday morning. I got shoes. Where my toes once was, I got shoes. Where my toes once was, I got shoes. Where my toes once was, all on a Friday morning. What else do I got? I got a friend. Where my hand once was, I got a friend. Where my hand once was, I got a friend. Where my hand once was, all on a Friday morning. You know how that makes me feel? I got a smile. Where a frown once was, I got a smile. Where a frown once was, I got a smile. Where a frown once was, all on a Friday morning. A mom or dad might sing this verse. I've got a child. Where a dream once was, I got a child. Where a dream once was, I got a child. Where a dream once was, all on a Friday morning. I've got a song. Where a quiet once was, I've got a song. Where a quiet once was, we've got a song. Where a quiet once was, all on a Friday morning. Thanks for singing with me. Yeah. All right. Well, we had our hat on our head. Can you point to your head? And there's other words for your head. I can think of a noggin, a bean. Sometimes it's called a nut. So when you point to your head, this time you're going to call that your nut. And you're going to point to different parts of your body with a fun song, and we'll put it together with me. So point to your toe, toe, knee, chest, nut, nose, I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Hey, you getting it? Let's put it together, smooth it out, and it's going to sound a little different this time. And maybe it's going to be about a certain person with the name of Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Got that? Say it with me. Tony, Tony, and his sister Eileen. And Eileen loves Neil, and Neil loves Pat. But Pat still loves Bob. And there's Russell and Skip. This song is silly, but it's hip. And how it ends, just one man knows. That's Tony Chestnut. Hey, thanks for singing that along with me. Hey, let's warm up our fingers and let's see what we got in it. Can you snap your fingers? If you can, try it. And if you can't, just look like you're snapping them. And we'll do a really fun song by my friend Susan Salador. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. I'm gonna shake hands with you. Like the air shake, yeah. Let's see, now, if you were my friend and I was getting into a little bit of a disagreement with you, I don't want to argue about it or get into a fight about it. What could I do to resolve this? Oh, we could talk about it like this and use some words. So try this with me. I got words, words, words in my head. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got words, words, words in my head. I'm gonna talk things over with you. I got love, love, love in my heart. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. What I got? Peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Words, words, words in my head. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. Let's do it again and jazz it up this time, right? I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. I'm gonna shake hands with you. I got words, words, words in my head. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got words, words, words in my head. I'm gonna talk things over with you. I got love, love, love in my heart. Watch what I can do. Ba-doo-boo. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. Wrap it up now. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Got words, words, words in my head. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. All right. Thanks for singing and signing along with me. Well, we're talking about our hearts here. We all have a heart. That's what keeps us alive. It beats around, and in our bodies, we've got blood that's streaming all around. And sometimes you get a cut, a little blood comes out, and you know it's red. But we're all together now, and the blood's streaming through there with the help of this really important organ called our heart. And you can actually feel your heart beating. The easiest way to feel it is like sometimes when you go to the doctor and nurse will hold their fingers on your wrist like there, and if you try that, you can feel your own pulse. Oh, it's almost like there's a little wheel turning in there, pumping everything through there. There's a little wheel a-turning in my heart. There's a little wheel a-turning in my heart. In my heart, there's a little wheel a-turning in my heart. Oh, it's almost like a little drum, too. Get your little drumsticks. There's a little drum a-beating in my heart. There's a little drum a-beating in my heart. In my heart, there's a little drum a-beating in my heart. There's a little smile a-smiling in my heart. There's a little smile a-smiling in my heart. In my heart, there's a little smile a-smiling in my heart. One more thing. There's a little song a-singing in my heart. There's a little song a-singing in my heart. In my heart, there's a little song a-singing in our hearts. Oftentimes, we share a book during the session, and I'm going to do that today with the Valentine Bears. It's written by Eve Bunting, the pictures by Jan Brett, and it's a Clarion book that's published by Houghton, Mifflin, and Harcourt. And it tells a story about some Mr. and Mrs. Bear in the wintertime, the middle of the winter, right about now. You don't usually see bears this time of year, do you? Why not? You know why? Because they're sleeping for a really long time. And that's called hibernation. Well, let's see what happens in this story. Valentine Bears. It was October 14th, and the bear's den was snug and secure for the winter. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Bear in there sleeping, having a great time. And Mrs. Bear set her alarm for February 14th, and then she curled herself comfortably against Mr. Bear's back and listened to his snores. Can you snore with me? It was good to settle down for a long 4 months' sleep. When the alarm went off 4 months later, she turned it off. Mrs. Bear could hardly believe it. It seemed as if she'd just gone to bed. My, she said, yawning, it's spring already. And then she remembered it wasn't spring yet. She'd set the alarm early for a very special reason. February 14th. What day is that? Mrs. Bear stretched and scratched and kissed Mr. Bear on his nose. Mr. Bear could sleep through just about anything. She was glad because she had things to do. First, she made a sign. It's nice to share Valentine's Day with someone you love, and she tacked the sign on the wall so Mr. Bear would see it the instant he awoke. Wonder what else she's up to now. Well, leaves had blown into the den while they slept. Mrs. Bear brushed them into a pile and swept them outside. Brrr, she said, standing in front of the den. You'd think they'd put this special day in summer. Mr. Bear and I have never shared a Valentine's Day in all of our years together. Because they're always sleeping, hibernating, but not this year. Mrs. Bear dug up the honey pot she'd buried in the fall. She pawed off the lid and smiled. It was fruity and rich and smelled of summer, just the way Mr. Bear liked it. Mrs. Bear carried the pot inside and put it on the table next to a bowl of crunchy, dried beetles and bugs, crispy critters. How Mr. Bear loved crispy critters. She had made 2 Valentine poems way back in summer, and now she got them out of the drawer. One said, red berries are red, blueberries are blue, termites are sweet, and you are too. The other one said, your teeth are so sharp, your claws are so fine, dear Mr. Bear, you are my Valentine. She couldn't decide which poem she liked best, so she decided to give them both to Mr. Bear. Well, Mrs. Bear huddled herself deep in her coat and went outside again. Only crazy creatures would be out this early in the year, she muttered. The sun shone through a haze pale as milk. Crows, caw, caw, in the white air. The arms of the trees scratched at the sky. Mrs. Bear clawed away the ice on top of the pond, and she splashed water on her ears and on her muzzle. And then she slicked her head fur back, and she took a long, cold drink. It was time to waken Mr. Bear. Well, Mr. Bear, his snores drifted through the den, and she smiled. Mr. Bear could sleep through just about anything. Mrs. Bear shook his shoulder. Time to get up, Mr. Bear. Mrs. Bear shook harder. Wake up, Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear shrugged her away and turned his face to the wall. Just another 5 weeks, he begged. I told you, he could sleep through just about anything. Mrs. Bear poked his back. Happy Valentine's Day! Mr. Bear curled himself up into a fur ball. Oh, no, you don't. Mrs. Bear pulled on Mr. Bear's ears. Oh, he started to uncurl himself just a little bit, and she tickled his paws. Oh, she pried open one of his eyes. Oh. He doesn't want to get up. Mrs. Bear sighed. She took their empty berry can, snuggled deep in her coat, and went back outside. A wolverine slept safe in a hollow log. He's doing what he's supposed to do, just what the bears are supposed to be doing, sleeping through, hibernating the whole winter. A deer drank from the pond. It stopped drinking and looked at Mrs. Bear with surprise as she filled the berry can. Mrs. Bear decided the deer had never seen a bear up and about so early. Well, she carried the berry can inside. And it was full of, what was it full of? Ice water, you bet. I'm sorry about this, Mr. Bear, but you can't just keep on sleeping. This is a very special day. 1, 2, 3. Surprise! Oh, Mr. Bear shouted and sat straight up. It was a surprise, all right. Mrs. Bear jumped up, and the ice water that she was going to splash on Mr. Bear splashed on her. Mr. Bear hugged her. Oh, you thought I could sleep through just about anything, didn't you? Well, I fooled you. Happy Valentine's Day. And he pulled a box from underneath his pillow. Ha, ha, ha. I've had these here all along. Ooh, what's in that box? I wonder. Well. Oh, Mr. Bear! Chocolate-covered ants, they're my very favorites. Oh, Mr. Bear licked his lips. Mine too. He admired the sign on the wall. Then Mrs. Bear ran for the poems, and Mr. Bear read them aloud. Dear Mr. Bear, you are my Valentine. Oh, how lovely! Well, his nose wrinkled. Is that rich, fruity summer honey I smell? Mrs. Bear smiled. Will you join me at the table? Well, they sat together, sharing their Valentine treats, until the shadows filled the den, and the bowl and the box and the honey pot were empty. The special day was ended. And then they went to sleep again until the spring. The Valentine Bear. Oh, thanks for listening to that with me. Well, Mrs. Bear made Mr. Bear some valentines. And it's an easy thing to do. It's a fun thing to do. And here's a fun song by Margaret Hooton. I'm going to make a heart of paper and put it together with some glue. Valentine's Day is a very nice way to show how I love you. You take a piece of paper and you fold it in half, corner to corner, and then you crease. You put the fold of the paper in the fold of your hand, and you cut around your thumb. And when the cutting is done so fine, you've got a Valentine. You could try that at home with a piece of paper. You want to try it with me? Yeah, let's try it. Another. I'm going to make a heart of paper and put it together with some glue. Valentine's Day is a very nice way to show that I love you. You take a piece of paper and you fold it in half, corner to corner, and then you crease. Last time we put the fold of our paper in the fold of our hand. Let's see what happens if you do it. See what happens if you do it this way. You put the flat of the paper in the flat of your hand. Let's see what happens this time. And you cut around your thumb. And when the cutting is done, my dears, you have a pair of ears. Not a heart, but, ooh, I wonder what we could do with these ears. Oh, we could put them together with some glue, and if you have a heart this way and ears like this, and maybe you could make another heart with black, and then you know, some more hearts with, ooh, look at these little white hearts with some dots in the middle. I wonder what you could make if you put all those together. Well, let's see. You could make a Valentine puppy. And that's all made of Valentines. Here's an upside down red Valentine. Here's a black Valentine for the nose and some white Valentines for the eyes with some black dots in the middle. And remember when we cut the Valentine the other way, would we end up with the ears? That's a fun, easy craft you can make. And that Valentine puppy reminds me of a story by Megan Hicks, who calls herself the Origami Swami. And so here's a story told with a piece of paper with some origami. And it's about a little Valentine puppy. And he lived in a city, in a big apartment building, way at the top floor. And he lived right across from the school where he went to school. And one day, night, he went to bed, and he loved to read himself to sleep. And he had a favorite book that he loved, and he read this book so much that it was all wrinkled up, and all the pages were dog-eared. That's an expression when the pages get folded down like that. And he had his nose in his book reading, and he fell asleep. He slept till morning. And he woke up early, had plenty of time to get to school, but when he woke up, oh bother. My nose is all stuffed up, and I think I don't feel very good on my tummy. Oh, I shouldn't go to school if I'm not feeling this well. But today would be a terrible day not to go to school because it's Valentine's Day. It's my favorite day to go to school because my teacher puts up all these Valentine decorations, and she plays Valentine games, and we make things, and we have Valentine refreshments, and she makes all of us a special Valentine. And I won't be there to get mine. Maybe before school starts, even though I shouldn't go in the school, I could go across the school and get her, look through the window, and maybe I could get her attention and she could still give me my Valentine, and I could try it. Oh, so I told you he lived on the top floor of this building. He got into his elevator and he went all the way down. And when he crossed the street, he looked both ways, crossed the street, and he went to the school. And he could see through the window his teacher was trying to get her attention, but he was not feeling well. And he had, and he sneezed, achoo! And it flopped one of his ears right over his eyes like that. Oh. But he could see through the other eye, through the window. He was trying to get the attention of his teacher, and another sneeze was coming, and this one was so hard, it not only flopped the ear over his other eye, it turned him right around, and he was back facing his apartment building, and he realized, I really should go back to bed. I have no condition to be in school. So he looked across the street, and he went across, and he got to his building. Oh. Too tired to take the stairs. He got in the elevator. They closed the elevator doors, and he went up. And then he got to his room and his doghouse, and he got right into his bed, into the covers, and he pulled the covers over his head. And he went to sleep. That's one of the best things to do if you're not feeling good is you rest. You rest. And he rested for hours and slept really well. And when he woke up in the mid-afternoon, his condition had turned right around. He felt a lot better. And so he got out of bed, and he always made his bed when he woke up. His mom told him to tuck in the covers of his bed. And he thought, oh, but I didn't get my Valentine from my teacher. But then he looked under the door, and he saw something was slipped under the door. And he picked it up, and he says, oh, my teacher brought it over to me after school, and she did make me a Valentine after all. And she did, and there it is. A story by Megan Hicks called The Valentine Puppy. Oh, here's a song that was written over 110 years ago by Felix Feist and Al Piantadotti. Wow. I like the sound of their names, but I like the way the song goes, and it's a really simple one you can follow me with. Get your hands up here. Try that. Skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. Skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. Here's the sun rising in the morning. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. That's simple enough. Sun rising, here's the morning, the afternoon is going down, the sun goes down, there's the moon. One more time with me. Skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. Skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skin-a-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skin-a-rink-a-doo. I love you. Yes, I do. All right. Hey, if you're going to bed at night, sometimes you have a little lullaby. Here's a fun one you can do with your fingers. Show me your thumb. Let's call that Tommy Thumb. Tommy Thumb is up and Tommy Thumb is down. Tommy Thumb is dancing all around the town. Dance him on your shoulder, dance him on your head, dance him on your knee, and tuck him into bed. Show me Peter Pointer. Peter Pointer's up and Peter Pointer's down. Peter Pointer's dancing all around the town. Dance him on your shoulder, dance him on your head, dance him on your knee, and tuck him into bed. Toby Tall. Toby Tall is up then Toby Tall is down. Toby Tall is dancing all around the town. Dance him on your shoulder, dance him on your head, dance him on your knee, and tuck him into bed. Ruby Ring, show me. Ruby Ring is up and Ruby Ring is down. Ruby Ring is dancing all around the town. Dancer on your shoulder, dancer on your head, dancer on your knee, and tuck her into bed. Baby finger. Baby fingers up and baby fingers down. Baby fingers dancing all around the town. Dancer on your shoulder, dancer on your head, dancer on your knee, and tuck her into bed. Show me the whole finger family and sing one more time with me. Finger families up and finger families down. Finger families dancing all around the town. Dance them on your shoulder, dance them on your head, dance them on your knee, and tuck them into bed. Oh, sweet, isn't it? Wow, those fingers are handy. And we were doing some sign language earlier. I'm going to do one more sign language song that's going to seem a little bit challenging, but I know that kids pick up sign language so much faster than adults do. And I'm going to do it twice. Copy me the first time. I bet the second time you have the whole thing with a really beautiful song by Michael Delmain. I want to have gentle hands, strong, hard-working hands, hands that play the music of every instrument in the band. These are not pinching hands, never pushing, hitting hands. These are hands with a loving touch, hands that understand. They can be building hands, they can be making hands. These are not for fighting, these are not breaking hands. I want to have gentle hands, celebrating creative hands. Let us all join hands together. Remember, we hold gentle hands. One more time, you've got it. Sign along and sing along with me. I want to have gentle hands, strong, hard-working hands, hands that play the music of every instrument in the band. These are not pinching hands, never pushing, hitting hands. These are hands with a loving touch, hands that understand. They can be building hands, they can be making hands. These are not for fighting, these are not breaking hands. I want to have gentle hands, celebrating creative hands. Let us all join hands together. Remember, we hold gentle hands. Oh, thanks for singing along with me. Hey, remember how we had our peace in our fingers? Let's do that again and sign before we sign off. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Watch what I can do, ba-doo-boo. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. I'm gonna shake hands with you. I got words, words, words in my head. Watch what I can do, ba-doo-boo. I got words, words, words in my head. I'm gonna talk things over with you. I got love, love, love in my heart. Watch what I can do, ba-doo-boo. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. Bring it home now, wrap it up. I got peace, peace, peace in my fingers. Got words, words, words in my head. I got love, love, love in my heart. I'm gonna give some to you. Catch that kiss, stick it right there. Hey, and not just on Valentine's Day, but all the time. You know what to do with the people you love? James Taylor had a good idea. See all these little hearts? Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things will work out fine if you only will. Thanks for playing with me. I hope to see you again next week. Thank you, Wareham Community Television Station. Thank you, John, behind the camera. Hope to see you again soon.